First impressions?
It's different. I wasn't expecting this at all.
Good.
It's quite interesting, yes, being on a farm sort of
with a small
complex.
Small complex of other. Yeah.
It's more rural than you've been with the other 2
definitely
days.
more rural, not overlooked at all.
Should we get in there?
Yeah, let's go.
Come on.
Well, it looks like John and Penny might need a bit more convincing. Hopefully the fusion of modern and character inside will do the trick.
Let me bring you into your living room.
Wow, it's very modern, isn't it?
That's a very open kitchen and living room.
It is. All of those things.
It is. All of those things all at once.
I can imagine this room being utterly fantastic in the summer when you've got all these French windows opening as well, allowing the outside to come in.
Yeah, and straight out as well. Yeah.
Can you see yourself living here, or is it just too open plan for you?
I couldn't really see myself here, no, just in the one room. It's a bit too open plan for me.
I'm hoping that Penny might give this huge room another chance from another perspective. Let's try the kitchen end.
Good oak surface.
That's very nice.
Yes,
Nice.
Double butler sink as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
and if you just look at the room this way, take all the furniture out, put a wood burner down there.
Yeah.
Focal point for the room. It'd make a great kitchen diner.
Yeah.
It would.
When you look at it from this way, you can see that kitchen diner. Yeah,
that could be
great.
That's a better reaction. Before I show them the rest of the space on offer, I'm taking them to see the room they could be sleeping in.
So this is the master bedroom.
Oh, that's a nice size.
very good size.
It's the largest we've shown you, I think, isn't
Yes.
it?
It is,
It
yeah.
is.
No, this is very good.
Very good.
And one thing that we haven't been able to show you in any of the other properties, of course, is an ensuite.
All right.
Oh, right. Has this got one?
No.
No.
Yes, it has. Teased ya! Yes, it has. Come poke your head round. Really nice shower.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Very good.
Well, let's go and have a look at the other bedrooms and see what you decide to do with them. Come on.
The other 3 bedrooms all share this modern bathroom. And just like the master, they all have those full-length windows and stylish, stripped oak floors, so offer a very adaptable space.
So this bedroom's slightly larger than the other 2.
Right.
I'm just thinking whether one of the bedrooms could be used as a lounge or a snug.
This could work as an office as well, of course.
Yes.
Has access outside, so
Yes,
clients could come straight in.
Either, yes, and an office for you, or yes, or for me.
Are there more positives to this property than negatives, do you think?
I think more positives are coming now than they were when we initially walked into that room and thought,
seeing the rest
it couldn't get any worse, really, could it?
this enormous space, when we looked at it, yeah.
But you seem to be coming around to it a lot more as well.
Definitely more now after seeing the other rooms and the possibilities of using, one as an office space or for my clients coming in.
It's ready-made, isn't it? It really is.
It is.
So the flexibility of the rooms here could just have saved the day. It's time to head outside now, and the grounds offer just what they asked for. A pretty, no-fuss garden that's big enough for the dogs.
This is a very pleasant courtyard. Let's talk money, shall we? What do you reckon it's on the market for?
I haven't really got any idea, but I'll have a guess at 310,000.
Okay.
And I'm going to go on budget at 300,000, very close to it.
It's currently on the market for £299,500.
Almost the same again.
Yeah. All 3 have been pretty close to budget, haven't they?
On budget, yeah.
What do you reckon?
I think for that money, it's very good value.
Go back in, really use your imagination to try and imagine both of you living in that space, as usual, I'll be waiting for you at the front door.
Right.
On the market at just £500 under their top budget, this traditional meets modern barn conversion offers them everything they asked for. It has character features, a huge kitchen diner, 4 bedrooms which allows them the option of using one as a study and one as a consulting room, and a manageable garden that's big enough for the dogs.
When we walked in initially into this house, it was, wow, what a big space.
I think we'd have to use one of the bedrooms as a lounge rather than having everything in the one big kitchen, lounge, dining area to make it work a bit better for us.
One of the things our criteria said, we don't mind going for a modern home, but it had to have a lot of character to compensate for that. Does this one have enough? I'm not so sure.
Now listen, we've seen 3 very different properties, almost identical in price as well. Yes. Lots to talk about, so I think we should find somewhere nice to chew the cud. Okay.
For centuries, man has farmed Somerset's fertile plains. It was these fields that yielded King Arthur's ancient kingdom of Avalon. The name Avalon derives from the Old Welsh for apples, so it should come as no surprise that even Somerset's coat of arms displays the popular fruits. Sadly, the traditional orchard has been on the decline for half a century, with 60% of them lost from Britain's landscape since the 1950s. There are now just 3 ancient cider orchards in the whole country. The owner of one of these is Somerset local Julian Temperley, who 23 years ago created the world's only apple brandy farm. Earlier in the week, he agreed to tell me more about this unique process.
Julian, thanks so much for showing me around this amazing orchard.
Well, no, it's fine. It's a joy to share it, actually. It's even though it's a foul day.
Yeah, it's not that good. How long have these trees been here?
These were planted about 38 years ago by myself. But Kingsby Episcopi is one of the what's called vintage areas of growing apples, where the terroir is right. The soil, the climate come together to produce excellent quality fruit.
It seems to me that with the blossom on the trees, I've come at the wrong time, haven't I?
Yes, I'm afraid that this is a truly wonderful time when all the blossom comes out. But it will be about 6 months before that has turned into apples. But not all is lost. This is the time for what we distill, cider brandy, so we could go and have a taste of that.
I was hoping you'd say that. Come on, lead the way.
A common tipple in British households in the 17th century, the art of making cider brandy died out long ago. However, inspired by a demonstration he saw at a local cider museum, Julian set his mind to reviving the drink and commercially produce it.
Wow, what an amazing piece of machinery.
This is a still, and in the autumn, we press the apples, we ferment the apples, and after about 4 months, when they're fully fermented, they come into here, and this turns a 7% cider into a 70% spirit. And so out of the still comes an eau de vie, water of life to you.
Right.
So have a taste of this.
Okay, cheers. Oh, wow. It's amazing.
Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, really good.
It's the essence of apple. Although brandy needs to be fatter and richer, and that all happens over time. But this is the raw material.
The next stage for the eau de vie is to be put into barrels to age and mature it into cider brandy, a process that can take up to 20 years. Master blender Tim Edwards told me more.
Julian said I'd find you here. Good to meet you. He also told me to bring a couple of glasses.
Excellent.
I've never seen so many barrels, and they've all got some different numbers on them. So tell me what we've got here.
These particular ones are from Spain.
Okay.
They come from sherry in Spain.
And whatever's been in the barrel before, I presume, impacts on what you put in them afterwards?
Yes. Sherry wood, they're fresh out of the bodega, so they've had, the wood is infused with sherry. This is quite an old, well, this is an old sherry butt. The spirit inside is from the year 2000, so it's 12 years old.
And what would you expect that to taste like now?
It's going to be rich and full-bodied and deep and almost Christmas puddingy.
You can almost smell that in the atmosphere here.
Well, yes, that's what we call the angel share, because we're actually...
The angel share?
The angel share, yes.
Right.
This is what's happening here. We're losing alcohol at quite a ferocious rate. So the whole atmosphere is full of alcoholic fumes, which go, of course, to the angels.
Lucky things.
Yeah, quite.
And lucky me, because I'm going to get to taste the 12-year-old vintage brandy right now.
And so it's rich and it's...
It's much richer than the
eau de vie.
Yeah, and how?
This farm is now one of a select few, just like the vineyards of Champagne, to have their product granted protected geographic status, which means this county is the only place in the world that can produce cider brandy. So its heritage on Somerset soil is assured.
Well, that place is brandy heaven, isn't it? Bet the angels above that farm are constantly light-headed. Time now to find out whether John and Penny are giddy about any of the properties we've shown them. It's been a good few days, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's talk about all the three properties. Unbelievably, as I said earlier on, they were very close in valuation, weren't they? But totally different in character and feel.
Yes.
Let's start with the first one.
I mean, from the outside, the look of it,
It was
that
very pretty.
It was that country cottage look, wasn't it? Yeah.
Even with the rose bush outside.
Yes, it was. Yes.
So what went wrong when you stepped inside?
It seemed a little bit claustrophobic. The room seemed a little bit too small, I think, for us.
Yeah, I felt that first impression just walking, it didn't match the outside.
I did like the kitchen with the utility room as well.
Yeah, it's interesting when you say that, because when you walked into the kitchen you weren't too keen, but the minute you then saw the utility you thought, actually, it's not that bad.
That would be very good, actually, for us with the dogs coming in.
I think if it had been, a foot and a half wider, that would have made all the difference.
So if the first property didn't afford you that space that you were after, the second property most definitely did, didn't it?
It did, yes. When we first saw it from the outside, it didn't look quite as pretty and cottagey as the first one, but on the inside it was very good.
I think, obviously, and we keep coming back to the dogs, but, whilst it was open plan, and the way they did it was very good because the kitchen flowed into the dining room, but you couldn't really tell it was open plan just by standing in the kitchen. I think the problem for us at the moment is how do you sort of shut off parts of it? We couldn't leave it open plan because of the dogs. So,
There's
do
no
we put
separate
something...
utility room or anywhere to come in?
No. Do you create more of an entrance hall by putting up another wall between the front door and where the kitchen is? Because that will create quite a large entrance area.
There's different possibilities.
Different possibilities with that one. It was certainly one that would interest us, so we need to go back and have a look at it.
Yeah, definitely think about that one more. Yeah.
Okay, well, the first one had lots of character. The second one was slightly more modern. The third one, well, we really pushed the boat out. And I think it was probably too modern for you. You really didn't want to even step into that living room. You're not a big fan of open plan?
Not completely open plan, no. I'd never really thought of looking in anywhere that's been completely open plan.
Although you seem to like it after a while.
Not at first. I thought, wow, what have we got here? And it was a bit of a shock walking straight in, and it was so open and so bright, and there wasn't a bit of privacy in that bit at all. And it
had more rooms than all the other properties that we've shown you as well.
Yeah. It did, obviously probably have more floor space if you go back.
Yeah.
But that four-legged word.
The DOG's come into it again. Yes, dare we mention them anymore? And that was a problem. And that was a problem because there was no area where you could just say, wash them off from a walk and dump them in the house. It was going to...
They'd be in the kitchen.
It would, yeah.
But can you imagine yourself living in that one?
Not that one in particular. I think after a while, yes, you'd get used to it. I think the location is probably... It's not quite in the right location for us.
Well, I hope you do find your lovely period property with lots of character, lots of space, of course, and a separate door for the dog, and a couple of separate offices. And you could be looking a long time, but honestly, it's been a joy meeting you, and I really do wish you all the best in the future.
It's been very interesting. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. Now I'll race you on the cakes. Let's go. We set out looking to inspire John and Penny with a little country charm, and all the properties we showed them had bags of character, maybe not the character that they were really after. John did say that Penny was the boss, and she has a definite idea in her head of what she wants in a house, and I don't think we realised that vision. To be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure what it is. But one thing is for certain, we helped them clarify what they don't want in their new home, and that's open plan living. So in a way we've helped, haven't we? I wish them well in their search, and I'll see you next time on Escape to the Country.
If you'd like to escape to the country in Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland or England and need our help, please apply online at bbc.co.uk/be on a show.
Threats, stalkers and a new partner for Sav. Brand new original British drama Good Cop continues tonight here on BBC One at 9. Alad's back next, this time rummaging through a house rather than for one, in Cash in the Attic.